Alright everyone, we're going to do our 7th game of Jeopardy! Platinum Edition on the Game Boy, in which so far, in just 6 games, we have won $200,000. We're going to win more? Let's find out. I don't have $200,000 hopefully. Let's go. Christmas game. Here we go. Dollar figures in there. And here are the categories: state symbols, travel and tourism, television, English history, and the Old Testament. English history 100. After King John's death, altered forms of this document were issued in 1216, 1217, and 1225. What is the Magna Carta? I'll take English history for 200. In 1760, King George II became the last sovereign buried at this London church. What is Westminster Abbey? English history for 300. Daily double. Alright. Well, I might as well do 500. I've done good with these clues so far. The ceremony of the keys has been performed at this London landmark for more than 600 years. I'm going to say, what is the Tower of London? That's right! We're good. I'd like English history for 400, please. In 1360, the Treaty of Bretigny brought a brief period of peace during this war. What is the 100 Years' War? English history for 5. Up to $1,200 already. In 1085, William I commissioned this book, a survey of England's land holdings. I'm going to give it to Chris because I don't know. The Domesday Book. Alright. Alright, let's move on. State symbols 100. The state beverage of Mississippi, North Carolina, and Wisconsin. What is milk? State symbols 200. This state's emblem is a beehive. What is Utah? State symbols for 300. The pecan is the state nut not of Georgia, but of this neighbor to the west. What is Alabama? State symbols for 400. A horse is the official insignia of this Rocky Mountain state? What is Wyoming? State symbol's 500. Connecticut chose this first nuclear-powered sub as its state ship in 1983. I'll give it to Chris. The USS Nautilus. Oh, okay. Alright, let's keep it going. Travel and tourism 100. It's the main attraction in Pike National Forest. What is Pikes Peak? Travel and tourism for 200, please. The Seward Silver Salmon Derby is an annual summer event in this state. What is Alaska? Travel and tourism for 300, please. This New York City complex contains the GE Building and Radio City Music Hall. What is Rockefeller Center? Travel and tourism 400. The other travel and tourism. Pierre Cardin makes a 6-piece set of this that comes with a 10-year, 10 million mile warranty. What is luggage? I meant to pick the first travel and tourism for 400, but that's okay. The gravesite of Man o' War is in a Lexington Horse Park in this state. What is Kentucky? Travel and tourism for 5. This Central American country is bisected by the Trans-Isthmian Highway. What is Panama? $3,800, right in the category. The other travel and tourism, 200. You have to lean backwards over the edge of a castle if you want to kiss this Gallic landmark. What is the Blarney Stone? Travel and tourism for 300. In 1991, the 20th Annual International Fanfare in this U.S. music city was sold out before it began. What is Nashville? Travel and tourism for 400. Bruges in this country is known for its medieval atmosphere and Gothic architecture. What is Belgium? Travel and tourism for 500. This capital city boasts concert halls named for Smetana and Dvorak. What is Prague? There we go. Ran that category. I'll take Old Testament for 100. And he was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth. Who is Moses? It's the other one. I just figured it out. Too late. Noah was the right answer. Noah was the right answer. I always get those clues too mixed up. Old Testament 200. This king of Israel began his career as a harp player in King Saul's court. Who is David? Old Testament 300. Moses' spies reported that the land of Canaan was flowing with these two items. What are silver and gold? Oh no. Chris. Wrong. Milk and honey. Oh, okay. He dreamed of a ladder which reached up to heaven. Who is Jacob? After the death of Moses, this son of Nun became leader of the Israelites. Joshua. Oh, okay. The real first name of this MASH head nurse was Margaret. Who is Hot Lips Houlihan? $200. Nurse Daniels shot Dr. Peter White on this series set in Boston Hospital. What is St. Elsewhere? Television 300. She played widowed nurse Julia Baker on Julia. Who was Diane Carroll? Television 400. Known as Mr. Worth, this comedian played Daddy Dearest to Richard Lewis, who was Don Rickles. Last clue, 500. This comedy that debuted in 1965 was set in a Salad 13, a POW camp. What is Hogan's Heroes? Alright, random category. Let's play Double Jeopardy. Fashion Design 200. It's the award for which Jean Louis was nominated 14 times, or De La Renta's first name. What is Oscar? Fashion Design for 400. In 1971, this Southerner began designing his beanbag line of clothes. Jeffrey Bean. Oh, okay. Fashion Design for 600. Carolina Herrera was born in this country, where her father was once mayor of Caracas. What is Venezuela? Fashion Design for 800. Daily Double. 1300, I guess. Isaac Mizrahi's last name means man from the east in this language. What is Arabic? Hebrew. Oh well. Didn't lose too much. Fashion Design for 1,000. The decade in which Courage opened his own fashion house and became famous for space-age styles. I'm going to try this one and say, what is the 1960s? That's right. Good thing I did. So I got 3 out of the 5 clues right. So the first category is the human body. We also have the Wild West, Sport Played, Theater, and Famous First. Famous First 200. John Moussier was the first to go over these falls in a rubber ball. Annie Taylor did it in a barrel. What are the Niagara Falls? Famous First for 400. first circulating library in 1731 in Philadelphia? Who was Benjamin Franklin? I have $7,600 in cash right now. Famous first 600. In 1949, they became the first father and son team to win Oscars. I'll give this one to Chris because I don't know. Wrong. I have a slight gut feeling, but I'm going to hold back. If I were to buzz in, I'd say who are the Barrymores? The Houstons. Okay, so Walter Houston and John Houston. Thank God. Famous first 800. The first U.S. type of these word games had 31 clues and appeared in the New York World on December 21st, 1913. What is a crossword puzzle? Famous first for 1,000. The first credit card, issued in 1950, could be used at 27 New York area restaurants. This first credit card. Oh, I just figured it out too. The Diners Club. I knew that one. But too bad. Chris got it first. Alright. Keep going. Human body 200. While almost any vein can become varicose, most occur in this part of the body. What is the leg? Human body 400. The sclera is the hard white outer layer of this. What is the eye? Human body for 6. The blood carries carbon dioxide and this other gas. What is oxygen? And that's going to put me at $10,000. Correct. Human body 800. By definition, a person with type 1 diabetes is dependent on this. What is insulin? Human body 1000. The esophagus leads into this organ, the duodenum leads out. What is the stomach? Alright, ran the category. $11,800. Let's see what categories we have left. Sport plate 200. Michael Chang, Boris Becker, Gabriela Sabatini. I believe it's tennis, so I'm going to say it was tennis. Sport plate for 400. Sanders, Jim McMahon, Eric Dickerson. I'm going to say what is football. Dang it. The controller started acting up a little bit, but it's okay. $12,400 right now. I'll take sport play for $600, please. James Worthy, Karl Malone, Isaiah Thomas. What is basketball? Sport plate 800. $13,000. Cecil Fielder, Roger Clemens, Dennis Eckersley. What is baseball? Sport plate 1,000. Betsy King, Beth Daniel, Patty Sheehan. What is golf? And I ran this category as well. $14,800. I'll take theater for $200. Hamlet describes this country as a prison. Something is rotten in it too. What is Denmark? Could I have theater for $400? $15,000 right now. John Dryden wrote a 1677 play, All for Love, in this kind of verse, also favored by Shakespeare. What is blank verse? Theater for $600. The Other Daily Double. I feel good. I'm gonna go all in. Perhaps in response to the gloom of World War II, he wrote the light comedy Blind Spirit in 6 days. Who's Noel Coward? Theater 800. Murder in the Cathedral premiered in this city where the play is set. What is Canterbury, England? Theater 1000. This great Russian acting teacher played Satan in Gorky's 1902 play The Lower Depths. Who is Konstantin Stanislavski? There we go. $32,600. All that's left is the Wild West. Let's go. Appropriately, one of the local newspapers in this Arizona town is called The Epitaph. What is Tombstone? 400. This judge's saloon, the Jersey Lily, doubled as his courtroom. Who is Roy Bean? $600. In 1876, a saddle tramp named Jack McCall shot this man in the back of the head while he played cards. Who is Wild Bill Hickok? There we go. He wasn't killed while robbing a bank, but while straightening a picture on a wall in his home. Who is Jesse James? Now the last clip. Dark, nickname of the outlaw who sometimes left poems behind after he held up stagecoaches. Chris. Black Bart. So at the end of Double Jeopardy, Chris has 2,600, and I have 34,600. Final Jeopardy. Let's take a look at the category. World countries, okay. This island nation has the world's largest Muslim population. I'm gonna say what is Indonesia. It is indeed Indonesia. So this game I'm gonna end up with $50,000. Alright. So in 7 games I have won $250,000. And I'll see you all for that next video.